Welcome to a lecture series on real analysis. In the previous lectures, we have seen the definition of open relative to a submetric space. In this lecture, we are going to prove a theorem based on that definition. Let us get into the theorem. Here it is given that y is a subset of x. Here this x denotes a metric space and this y is treated as a submetric space here. Now we are considering a subset of y, which means the scenario here is this, right? This is open relative to y, which means when treating this as a subset in y, this is an open set. Okay, if it has to be so, then we'll have E is y intersection G for some G. What is that G? That is an open set in X. It has to be so. If it is so, then this is open relative to y. This is the theorem that we are trying to prove in this lecture. Okay. Now let us start the proof. Let us assume that E is open in y, or I may say this is open relative to y. We may say it in two ways. We may say either E is open in y, or we may say E is open relative to y. If it is so, then for any value in E, there is an associated value. Okay, there is an associated Rp which is bigger than 0, such that d of p comma q less than Rp and q is taken from y implies q is a member of E. Just from the definition of open relativeness, we have written this thing. Okay. Now let me take Vp to be the collection of. Okay. What is this Vp? Here I am trying to find out a neighborhood of this point P for every point P. Okay. I am trying to find out the neighborhood in X, such that d of p comma q is less than Rp. Here what we have done, we have chosen a point P for which we are trying to find out a neighborhood with the radius this, which means for each P there is some associated value such that this thing is happening, right? With the same radius I am finding this neighborhood. Okay. Then Vp is a neighborhood of P in where? In X. Thus Vp is open. When Vp is open, now what am I going to do is that I am going to find out all Vp, which means for all the points in E, I am finding a neighborhood and I am making the union. Right? Now what are we going to get? This is becoming an arbitrary union of open sets. Therefore this G is open. We have found some open set. Right? Now we will have to establish this. Okay. You just have a look at this E and this G. Whatever may be the point that you choose in E, you can have a neighborhood like this, and that point is in P. So what you actually have is P is in G, right? We have this P is in G for all P in E. This is the scenario happening. So if all the elements in E is a member of G, then you will have what? E is a subset of G, right? Now just make an intersection with Y so that this inclusion is not altered. Okay. What is E intersection Y? You can see E is a subset of Y, therefore this E intersection Y will have to be E. So E is contained in G intersection Y. Because see, here we are trying to prove these two sets are equal. If we have to prove two sets are equal, we have to prove one is contained in the other and the other is contained in the one. So we have established the first result. Next, we'll have to prove G intersection Y is a member of E. Just have a look at this thing, right? How we have done this? We have done in a way that with the help of this thing, open relativeness, we have written down this. So, what is it going to be? If it is so, okay, your VP has to be contained in where? Okay, by the choice of VP, what you are going to have is your VP is contained in E, right? Now, just make a union of all such P's. Okay, so union of P in E. So that is going to happen here too. So this gives you, this is G which is contained in E. Now make the, just like we have made the intersection here, make the intersection here too. Your G intersection Y is going to be E intersection Y, which is E. So combining combining these two things, what will you get? You will get E is G intersection Y, and this G was proved to be an open set till X, right? We have proved the first part of this theorem. Now we are going to prove the converse. Okay, now conversely, what we are assuming is that this E can be written as Y intersection G for some open set G in X. Now we will have to prove this E is open relative to Y. Okay, let me take a point in E. Okay, this implies what? This P is a member of Y and this P is a member of G, right? Okay, what about this G? G is open, right? So there is some neighborhood of P. Let me say that as VP. Okay, such that what is happening? This VP is contained in G. Okay, just closely look at this. What we have done, we have done that. Okay, just let it be the case, right? Now I make intersection of Y on both sides. What is G intersection Y? That is C, that is my E. So what I have is VP intersection Y is contained in E, right? What is this VP? This is some neighborhood. Neighborhood means VP is going to be the collection of points in X such that D of P comma Q is less than some radius. I don't know what the radius is. Okay, let me simply have that to be R. This is going to be the case. Now I am making the intersection of Y with this set. Suppose, okay, what I am trying to convey here is, suppose let me name this to be RP. Okay, so in the previous thing we have chosen some RP that has nothing to do here, right? So it is just a notation. For this P, I am choosing some neighborhood, that is why I named it VP, and for this P I am choosing some radius, that is why I have named it RP. That's it, right? Now suppose let me take a point in Q. Okay, a point is satisfying this condition. A point in Y is satisfying this condition. Then what will happen? You see, if a point is satisfying this condition, that is in VP. Also the point is taken from Y, means that is in this intersection. This implies that point is a member of E, right? Let me repeat the last point once. uh, a point satisfying this condition. Okay, a point satisfying this condition is a member of VP, and a point in Y is satisfying this condition. Okay, which means it is present in both Y as well as in VP. That implies it is contained in, this point is contained in E. This is the definition of open relative to Y, right? Hence your what? E is open relative to Y. If you have any queries related to this theorem, you can post it in the comment box. That will be clarified within 24 hours of time. Thank you for watching this lecture.